Hello, everyone. Welcome to the CGTN live at the Kai Cruise Terminal in Hong Kong. I'm going to take you around at the race festival here that is going on and will last for 2 weeks. You can see behind me there are several boats here. They just arrived in Hong Kong from 2 weeks of racing offshore. And in our 1 hour live, I'm going to take you to look at what's it like inside in the boat. I guess you can recognize it's noisy here because the whole Kai Cruise Terminal has been turned into a party ground to welcome these boats. So people are here enjoying the racing festival. We are now going to visit one of the boats. That is the Chinese boat Dongfeng. And I'm going to meet one of the racers who is very young but who is very experienced in racing. And just as a background, the Volvo Ocean Race, the event we are mentioning, is one of the most challenging offshore racing, and it's known as the Everest of Sailing. So here is my guest. Hi, Wolf. Hello. So Wolf from the Dongfeng race team are going to give us a tour at the boat, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Hi, Wolf. Let's go. Okay, Wolf, so when did the Dongfeng boat arrive in Hong Kong?
Today morning at around 4 o'clock. And yeah, it's very early. We are the second boat arrived to the finish line. And now, as you can see, all the boats are here. Yeah. Yeah,
I can see. So I know Hong Kong rained for the last 2 days. Does that impact the way that they come into shore? Does that add to the challenge?
Yes, for sure. And especially when they come into the channel, the wind just keeps shifting. And now you see the wind is quite good, but in the morning wasn't that good. So it's get a lot of challenge when coming to the channel, and also the fishing boat and fishing net. Everything is a busy channel. As you know, Hong Kong is such a busy city, so same as the channel. So basically, you need to be fully concentrated and be aware of anything happen when you come into the channel. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we're now just arrived at the boat, and I can see people working on it. So what are you going to do with it? Are you like overhauling it?
Now you can see everybody is working on the boat, yeah. And we are trying to get the boat, lift the boat on another place to clean the bottom and also fix the boat, because after 20 days and the boat is getting some damage because it's such a rough weather outside, and so we need to repair the boat and be ready for the next leg. So now all the shore team, they are prepared the boat and they are doing a good job. Yeah.
Okay, so can we go on?
For sure. Let me show you.
Yeah. Okay, it's a little challenging for me. Maybe you can take.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let's wait for our camera. Okay. Cool. So it's actually smaller than I imagined. Yeah.
Tiger, and this is Liu.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mao Dan from CGTN. Hi, nice to meet you.
They are all awesome guys, and they are working very hard. They're working the
so
boat.
they're from the onshore team,
yeah,
right?
From the shore team. Yeah.
How long will it need to get this boat ready for next race?
That's a good question. We're actually in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
The boat came in without really any damage at all, which is good. So we've got some inshore races that start next week, and then the boat leaves on the 1st to go to Guangzhou. Did I say
So
that?
you
Did I
need to
pronounce
get
that? Guangzhou?
ready before next week.
We need to get ready before next week. You got
Okay.
it. So it's a lot of work, but we're
Yeah.
going to get it done.
Okay, I believe you must have a lot to do.
We have a lot to do.
Okay, so Wolf, can you just give us an idea what this different parts of the boat are for?
Now at the stern of the boat,
Yes.
and as you can see here, there are 2 life rafts, and each of the life rafts they are the big size. Each of them they can contain like 12 person, but actually we only have 9 person. But normally we spread them to the 2 life rafts, and in case one of the life raft gets damaged, and we still have a spare one. So basically we have 2 life rafts to make sure everybody is safe, and if we necessary to abandon the ship, we have to. And these big boys, they are sidelined, because after we go out of the far away from the shore, we cannot get the signal from the phone. So that's what we need. We need a satellite. Yeah. So we need to communicate to the satellite and send a signal to land. So that's how you got all the videos and got the phone calls,
that's
email.
Why I can watch you on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Sure.
And here is the steering wheel. It's
You
not,
have 2, right?
yeah, both sides. The reason is when we drive the boat will heeling.
Yeah.
And so you always stay at the windward side to have a better view and a better steering feeling. Yeah, and it's just you can try it. It's just a wheel, and it's just like driving a car. When you turn, when you turn on the right side, and it's going to the right side, and when you turn left, it's going to right and left. Exactly. Yeah, now you feel it's easy, but when there's some waves, it's a bit hard. Yeah.
So you need one person to work at one time or 2 people?
No, one person drive, and some people trim the main, and normally the main should be here, because we will lift the boat in the afternoon. That's why the boat looks now it's a bit messy, and the boom is disappeared. The sail
You're going to lift it?
Yes, because we need to repair the boat, also clean the bottom of the boat, and also fix the keel, everything. So we need to lift them. That's what are the orange straps for. So later we use that to lift the boat.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big job.
And also here is the winches. We got a lot of winches, and they are huge. Normal boat is just like a small winches, just like this, and you can use a small handle. But on our boat we have the big winches, and we use the pedestal. So 6 person on the pedestal, they can be connected fully on, and just grinding very hard,
Wow.
as hard as you can to trim the sail to hoist the main. Yeah. And this area.
Okay.
Yeah, this area is the pitman job, which normally where I work, and they have like 1,000 ropes, different color. They already got out of some ropes. You can see some ropes already got rid of. But most of them, they are jammers, clutch, and also the ropes. We need to use them to hoist different sails.
Yeah.
So every jammer control the different thing. So you need to be very concentrated when you are doing pit job.
But when it's dark, you cannot tell, right?
We use the light. We have the light. So we use the high touch to see what's going on here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're because you have to stay on the boat for 20 days.
Yeah.
So where do you live and what do you eat and how do you like to deal with the daily thing?
I was just about to show you. So we go to the downstairs and to see the boat and where we like normally live. But it's not not that comfortable though. Okay, ready for it?
I can tell it's a small
Just be
boat.
careful with the hand.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so this is where you live.
Normally where we live. And by the way, that's his kid. He's from Hong Kong, and he was with us for the last edition.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Now he got a family. That's why he wants peace life.
So he's now like living on the land.
Yeah. But no, he's still a sailor. He's always once you're a sailor, you're always a sailor. No, you are. Yeah. So let's start with in front of the boat.
Sure.
Okay. Just be careful because we pick up the power
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Careful.
Wow.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah. So I cannot tell if this is like different rooms.
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah, just come from.
We wait for our camera crew to come in, but I really cannot tell what this space is for.
Yeah, you can see it's very small. And
Yeah.
for us, sometimes you need to be very ahead and everything hold there. And look at here. This stuff is, can you guess what is it?
Is it? Oh.
It's actually just our toilet.
Really?
Yeah. And,
Wow.
and it's maybe one of the most expensive and one of the most uncomfortable toilet of the world. The reason why I say that is because it's carbon fiber. Carbon fiber,
Oh,
yeah.
so it's very light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
carbon fiber. And
Yeah,
it's
strong
both,
and light,
both.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, carbon fiber. So it's very expensive. And you can see it doesn't look comfortable. So, and when because the boat always like shaking, exactly,
yeah.
and you need to be movable.
Oh,
so basically,
it's shaking with
yeah.
you.
So you need to hold both sides to take
Oh,
to go to the toilet. It's not.
But you have both like male and female sailors,
Yeah.
so you share the same one.
Yeah, and you just use this stuff.
Uh-huh.
Basically.
Okay, so this.
That's it, yeah. So it's
simple.
very simple, very basic though.
Yeah. Okay. So what's this space for?
Normally this part is empty, and only when it's light wind, we stack all the sails, and sometimes we stack the stacking bags, like food bags and some spare stuff, and sometimes like very very light, the people also sleep here. Yeah.
I see.
But normally, like if it's over 20 knots or 15 knots, the people will stay back. We will not stay here. It's only very light, like under maybe 6-7 knots, and the people will stay here, and all the stacking goes forward.
Okay, I see. So.
Because this area, if the boat hit something in front, we can shut the door, and the water will not go through all the. Yeah. Also, it comes safety room exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a warehouse and also a safety room. This is not where they live, but there is a toilet there. Okay. Yeah. So I guess this is where you live, right?
This area is now is with the dryer. Normally the dryer is not on the boat because now we try to keep the boat dry. So we use the dryer, put the dryer here, and then here is normally we put the pot, the burner here, and just boil the water, and that's our sort of kitchen. So what we only can do just boil hot water, and what we eat is the freeze-dried food. So it's just the food, and they freeze them, and they take out the water just from when they are frozen. And then you pour the hot water, stir them, and keep them like that for like 15 minutes, and then right to eat. And
3 meals a day and
yes,
like that.
yeah, exactly. Sometimes you got some cereals, but basically you will get tired of it very soon.
Surely.
Yeah, especially when you cross the equator, everything is hot. It's just nothing like you want some cold Coca-Cola or a beer. Impossible.
Wow.
Yeah, impossible. Maybe future Volvo, maybe they will provide a freezer. I don't know.
Maybe like make some hot pot.
Yeah, exactly. And here is the bunk, but now it's full of tools because the people they are working on here. Normally it's the people will sleep here. Yeah. Yeah, and it's adjustable, so you put your head here and you put your legs there, because if the boat really hit something, the people will go forward, and your legs hit the wall instead of your head hit the wall.
But I think it's shorter than you.
No, it's enough.
It's enough?
Yeah.
Wow. It's good for me, but I don't think it's good for you. Okay, I see. So you don't have a comfortable position for you to sleep.
But now, like I said, the boat will heating. So when the boat feel like that, you sleep on this side. When the boat feel like this, you sleep on the other side. And also, like because this boat is heating a lot.
Yes.
If you don't like stay like you don't put this one at an angle, you will drop.
Yeah,
So
so you
basically-
need to pull it out.
Yeah, you need to put it very high to make sure you are just normal.
Wow, that's interesting. So do you sleep well on that?
When you are getting tired, you sleep very
Okay.
you never got enough sleep.
Yeah.
Just here,
Yeah.
here is the navigation place.
Uh-huh.
But now the computer already be removed.
Uh-huh.
Normally there are two computers. So the navigator and the skipper will always stay here to check about what is going on, like what's gonna happen in the next few hours, choose the right way to go. And then basically here is the brain of the boat.
Yeah.
So they make the decision and when to tack, where to go, and what's gonna happen in the next few days, and for the weather report, receive everything here. Yeah. So pretty much like that.
Yeah. So, just another question: how do you take shower? Oh, you don't need to because you are like.
Normally you don't take shower, but there are two ways to take shower. One way is when there's raining.
Yeah.
So
So you just stand on the boat.
Yeah, when it's raining, you just stand under the boom, and they will collect a lot of water, and you just take a shower there. That's when you are lucky. And when there's no rain, so what do? You take a bucket with salty water. So you wash yourself with the salty water, and then get a bottle of like 1 liter of fresh water, just clean the salt, and that's how you take a shower on the boat.
Wow.
It's really different when you compare with you are living on land.
Sure. Yeah. And fresh water is so rare for yeah.
And we have the
So-
water maker. We don't bring water because the water is very heavy, and we will not bring like for the water for 20 days. And so we use the water maker, so keep making water, but because it's consumed the fuel, so you don't want to take too much fuel at the same time. So you need to really keep the balance. Don't waste of water. It's very like luxury.
You have to calculate.
Exactly.
So shall we go out and check out the parts of it?
Careful your head. Be careful your head.
So when you stay for 20 days on the boat and inside some kind of ocean, do you miss your family? Can you just call them? Maybe you'll make some video call?
Oh yes,
Maybe
video call maybe is not possible, but we make satellite phone calls. Yes, it's possible. Like the last edition, now is about the Chinese Spring Festival, the Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
Last race I was on that lake, and during the Lunar New Year. So basically I tell the risk control, because every time you make a phone call, you need to tell the risk control. Otherwise, it's forbidden. So I tell them, and they say I want to call my family tell them like Happy New Year for them.
Yeah.
So they said okay, and I tell them what time and make a phone call. So that's now when you do that. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't make phone calls so frequently, right?
No, normally you don't. But you can. What you can do, you can write emails, and you can either do on the computer, where it's you just saw,
Yeah.
and other you can use the iPad, connect with the Wi-Fi, but it's only connect with the boat. It's not that you can go Facebook. No, you cannot do that. No, but it's only connect with the boat, and then you can send the emails and receive emails. That's what happened on the boat. Yeah. But everything is under control. So what you write to your family, they knows everything.
Wow. Okay, so I can see different boats here. There are, I guess, 6. So are they the same? Do you know each boat?
Normally the boat design is one design, so all the boats should design like same shape, and everything should be same. But you can do some small like changes, like based on your boat performance, and also your like a driver's hobby. So basically you can do something, but basically everything is one design. So we have exactly the same boat, should be in the same speed. So makes this race more challenging. Before you will never see a boat like the first boat arrive, and then all the boat arrive in the same day. Before can be like 3-5 days different. That's kind of happen. But now it's one design, so the boat is really close to each other, and make it even harder for the sailors. Yeah.
Sure. So can we just go on board and then go off board, and then we can walk around and have a better look at other boats. So usually you have to take off your shoes, right?
Yeah, but now because we need to lift the boat and do a good clean, and even we need to do the painting. If you can see on the whale, next to the whale, there's some damage on the, yeah. So we will repaint them somewhere and just to be ready for the next leg. Yeah.
So actually you don't need shoes when you are sailing, right?
No, we need boots. Otherwise, I don't know if you touch it. It's really tough.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's like a sandpaper. Yeah,
so
if,
you cannot
if you fall on it, and there will be some big scratch on it. Yeah, so you need to wear the big boots. And when the light weather, you can wear like normal sailing shoes, but normally you wear boots to make sure your feet are dry. It's quite important because you feel very uncomfortable when your feet is like 7 days and 5 days wet, and it's horrible, and you got fungal everything. So it's really tough life on the boat.
So because you're racing and I know there are 7 boats for this edition. So how do you know where other boats are?
We use different system. One system is use a kind of radar AIS to identify the other boat, like their location, their hiding, their speed. Normally this stuff designed for per one boat hitting each other, because sometimes you are on the you are sailing somewhere in the middle of and there's some boat coming across you, and actually you have no idea. That's AIS to give you alert to tell you may like cross with each other. So, but you can use it to monitor other boat at the same time. But it's not, you cannot monitor some like far away. Only the boat who close to you. But it's good enough. Another thing is 4 hours. The Volvo race control, race control will give you the position is 4 hours, so you will know where are they to that moment.
Yeah, sure, I can watch because I
exactly the same.
for the map and thing.
Exactly the same thing. We also got that on the boat. Yeah.
So what's it like when it's like 20 days and then you are still not near any port? You're still at the middle of somewhere in the ocean.
That not happened, but normally it's like the longest lag I did is 25 days.
Yeah.
So 25, that's the longest during this tour edition. And
Do you get tired or do you get like fed up with the ocean sometimes?
When during the equator, sometimes when the wind is getting very light across the equator, you get a bit bored, and but it's also a good time to get enough sleep. So you can sleep like during your time off. You can get good sleep, but most of the time is rough weather, 20 knots, because we are looking for the wind. A normal boat, like if you go sailing with your family, you try to find something peaceful, not too much wind. But what we are doing is, where we have wind, we go inside. So we fight with the wind. We try to push the boat, and we try to get to the destiny as soon as possible. That's what happened. We really go into the wind and we catch them and to go. Yeah.
So what's when people ask you what's the most challenging part of the boat of racing? Of course, of offshore racing, because like I can see there are many challenging parts. You have to first get a strong body and then a strong mind. But for you, what's the challenging part?
I think the mentally challenging is the most difficult part, because it's really a tough race, and sometimes your mind need to be strong. It's sometimes you miss your family, you get tired of the food, you get upset when you are not leading, when you are not in a bad position, you get bored when you have nothing to do, like during the light wind spot. And you get very aggressive when they're too hot. So all these kind of things just mix together. So you need to have a very strong mind, a very tough mind to be ready for this race. I think that's the most challenging part and the most important part of this race. Yeah.
And then what's fun about it? You come to it and you are like, you guys love it so much. So what's the fun part?
Maybe it's just like blue drugs. The ocean is just like blue drugs. When you when you have done one race, I tell myself, I'll never do it again. But now you see I'm here back again. You forgot the pain, you forgot the tire, forgot everything, which the bike side, you only remember how amazing the race it is, how awesome the race it is. You miss the family, like this group people, and you miss the sailing with them, the feeling, and you keep coming back. I think a lot of people have the same reason like me, and they just keep coming back, keep racing this race. Like one of our team member, he have done 8 times Volvo Ocean Race. That's crazy, really crazy, yeah.
So talking about the team, I know there are people from different countries forming this one team. So how do you get along with each other? Do you know each other before you get on a race, or how do you make sure you can cooperate with each other well?
The first thing is our team, the race started in October, but our race start building in February, last year, February. So we have a long time, more than half a year to prepare for this race. So we training each other, we eat each other, and we have the day off with each other. So we know each other very well. We have very good team spirit. We also do some team building exercises. So it was really, really cool, and I really enjoyed working with this team, and I love them. And it's not only because we have to sail on a boat, and we don't really enjoy to sail with each other because the job put us together. But I think our team is the same. We love to fight with, in this group, fight with facing the challenging with each other and tackle the problem. So I think we got one of the best team spirit, which is in this race, which is very, very important. It's such a long race. You need to trust each other. You need to happy to work each other. Otherwise, you got a problem and you quit during the middle of the race. That happened. So I'm sure it won't happen on our boat.
Yeah. So how many people are there? How many racers are there in a team, and how many for each leg? Because I know not all of the team members get on the boat for each leg, right?
Yeah, we have now we have 12 sailors, and each time we got 9 sailors. So Charles will make the decision, and will depend on what kind of leg, how it works, and he will choose the best option for him and to get on the boat to sail the legs.
Yeah. So you will still have some import race in Hong Kong. So are you looking forward to that? Do you have already a strategy to win in that race?
Oh, not yet. we now the sailor come back. The first thing they will have a good rest, and to refuel themselves, a fully recovery, and then they will get ready for the next race, for the import race, and also they need to get the weather focus for that day, and then they will talk about strategy. It's too early to talk about strategy now. Yeah.
You guys ready?
Okay, sure. So I'm very looking forward to the import race, and I hope I can see Dongfeng race perform very well in that. So I'll meet you later, and now I'll take our audience around here to look at the festival. So see you later. Thank you all. Thank you. So that is Wolf from the Dongfeng race team, which is taking part in the Volvo Ocean Race now. And the race now comes to the end of its 4th leg, that is Hong Kong. And to welcome this port coming, Hong Kong held, as you can see now, a big party. So Hong Kong held a big party that's called the Hong Kong Race Festival. It will last for 2 weeks to welcome the boats and also welcome the racers. Sorry. And there are a lot of activities here to attract people, not only yachting fans, but also Hong Kong locals to enjoy the weekend. There are live bands here performing in the afternoon, and you can see many people just take their children here to enjoy the nice weather. It's very sunny today, and to enjoy the nice wind and also beautiful view. And just beside the stage, we can see there is another secret part. People can get some drinks and some nice food. While they want to stay for a whole day here, they must have something to do and also have something to eat. So let's check out that part and see what's fun there. There are so many kids, so that is Hong Kong. For Hong Kong, any event should be a good event for family. The city will always find some way to involve both parents and children into an activity. I really enjoy the band now. So for the sailors, it's a time for them to get some good rest. And for Hong Kong, for one of the end of the leg of the Ocean Volvo Race, they are enjoying the coming of the boats. So if anyone who is interested in yachting and who want to see the boats that is staying in Hong Kong for 2 weeks, you can come to the Kai Tak cruise terminal and enjoy the party festival here. It's got the Hong Kong Race Festival, and also you can try some of this, it's newly introduced, the Hong Kong food trucks. Each truck has its own unique food. You can just go and check out what's offered there. As I can see, there is very local Hong Kong food, but also some dumplings, and then here is the Thai food. And here we can see it's very much like the boat we just got on. It's a model. People can just come and check out how this small boat can sail in the ocean for so long and then carry these racers from one destination to another. I guess that's pretty much from me at the Kai Tak cruise terminal in Hong Kong. So this is live from CGTN, and I'm a CGTN journalist based in Hong Kong, Mao Dan. I'm going to enjoy the Hong Kong Race Festival here. If you are interested in sailing or you just enjoy want to enjoy the weekend, you can come. And it's free admission, and it will last for 2 weeks, so you can come anytime you want in the coming days. Or if you're not in Hong Kong and still want to get a glimpse of the ships, the boats, I know they are going to sail to Guangzhou in the coming. Actually, it will arrive in Hong Kong on February the 3rd or the 5th, depending on the final agenda. So if you are in other cities in Chinese mainland, then you can maybe make a trip to Guangzhou and then see the boats. And there is one Chinese boat, that's the Dongfeng race team. You can just search for them and get an idea, and then you can know more about them. And if you want to know more about the Volvo Ocean Race, we will have more stories in the coming weeks that is going to be aired on our channel CGTN. You can also visit our website to have a look at more interesting stories. And that is all from me at the Hong Kong Race Festival. I will see you next time. Bye bye.